Hello, quick video journal here. My Facebook wall, formerly known as the page. Most recent thing. This GIF goes perfect with that song. There's a small snippet of Jack Nicholson dancing to Prince Party Man song from that 1989 movie where he does the same. And I don't know, it's just something I realized recently. And you know, this is actually more like a chariot because it has 1 horsepower or so. Anyways, I'm just going through my videos here. I'm about to showcase this movie right here. Here's what I just mentioned. This scene right here, the museum scene. Oh, I got something to say about this, or this season premiere of SNL. It's a song, and yeah, the Saturday Night Live stuff relates to this. I'll have to make a different blog about that. Yeah, that went up to about 2.5 thousand views real quick, and then it just stopped. This is sort of like the lady, what's her name? Judy, from Meet Me in St. Louis. She looks like that, and I don't know when Wendy's was founded, but I watched some of those scenes, at least some of the songs from that movie today. Anyway, cat's crying in the background. What up, cousin? Sally lives in Europe, far west, southwest, Portugal, west of Spain even. Cable of bungee. Yeah. Oh, this is what I'm talking about right here. This thing. So I realized, about 10 minutes ago that I had some form of postpartum depression. And that's the punchline. Like, I'm not serious, it's a joke. But this mantis here, actually that was a different one. There was 2 of them. That was the brown stick looking one. And then the next day, this one with a broken spine showed up. So I used my old, pull up the camera now. I used my old lizard shelter that I made last year for that, and it molted overnight. So from the same day that I got it, overnight the next morning, it had molted and left its shell. And I thought that because there was like a bend in this right here, that a different mantis had snuck in. Because, 2 had already showed up. I thought this was just a 3rd one. And she was like her overseer or something. And there was 2 of them. So over those 5 days that I waited for this shell to molt into something, even though it was just a shell the whole time, looks like there's dirt in there. I went through some form of postpartum depression. Like I was like groggy, tired for all those days, and then when I finally let her out and that she's gone, I'm like really sad. And I know that that's like really might be considered offensive or something. It's just there's a movie scene that symbolizes this so well. I have that pulled up on YouTube. So here's an actress, Kristen Schaal, kind of like stop him with a Schlaang. Oh no, oh goodness. That was the wrong app. That was the Messenger app. I'm trying to pull up YouTube. Okay, so the $1 billion movie from 10 years ago, there's only 2 scenes that are necessary to see. Let me just summarize it real quick, even though I did yesterday. The producers here in the theater that symbolize kind of like a Music Rights Society, something like 20 years ago when I started making video game videos, I wouldn't ever upload them without like a hard-hitting track like Communication Breakdown from Led Zeppelin. And one of my top 3 games is Battlefield Bad Company, and I always thought it was based on the song Bad Company by the band Bad Company. That's why they call me dun, 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 Bad Company. The song's kind of like Midnight Rider, one of those like 70s songs, rock song. classic rock. And the objectives in the game are little boxes of communication, wireless communication. So it's more like the Led Zeppelin song Communication Breakdown during the gunfights, but I found a quote yesterday of all times of George Washington say, I'd rather be alone than be in bad company. So that's actually a George Washington quote. And so reminds me of me 20 years ago making video gaming videos, and these guys are like the music rights societies and like even the band members of like Led Zeppelin and stuff. They're just like furious that I'm using their song on my video and stuff. It still kind of goes on today, but it was a lot more serious back then in the early days of YouTube. Before YouTube was sold for like 1.2 billion to Google. Nowadays, Twitter itself is worth like 100 billion, like 100 times that. So this is the one scene to see, and specifically, they spend the $1 billion they get on makeovers. So the real hard-hitting punchline, even though it's completely non-verbal, is when they show the before and after pictures of the makeover. I'll just wait for it here. Here's the producer, or like a Music Rights Society man. And they're in these luxury chairs called the Schlaangs, where they have their feet up in the air like they're giving birth. Okay, so here's their like mugshot looking things, and then here is the glamour shots. That was the part right there. That was the big hard hitting part. And they also hire a professional impersonator instead of the real actor. Hang on. Stop him with the Schlaang chair. Where's the feet rest part? Maybe I can show how I had just set up the thing. Where's the part with the feet though? Right here. Okay, so the idea is the corporate guys, the producers, work for the Schlaang company. They work for the Schlaang company. So right there, he's got his legs up like he's giving birth, or having his lady parts checked or something. Hang on, I gotta show something else. Oh no, I went back there. Damn, I'm not trying to show the message thread. So I'm talking to my dad's old groomsman and bestman, and John, Dale, Jamie, and Mike. So they're all over the country: California, Texas, Ohio, and Texas. So for his 70th birthday, reload the camera. I found this, one of my grandfather's postcards from the 1950s American War, the Korean War, and it looks so much like the Millennium Falcon. It has turrets on the top, and it looks like it has a chunk out of it. It looks just like the band, the character Chunk from the Goonies. Anyway, so the joke here is, like in the movie Goldfinger, when the woman's like cast in gold, and the diamond that's featured in this scene. So here is the in full. Here's the 2-minute movie that they made, and like this beginning part that shows all the producing companies. That's like people's YouTube videos when they have this long extended introduction. The Schlaang Group, subsidiary of Schlaang Incorporated. Schlaang 21 Productions presents. So here's like a rhinestone cowboy. They spent like that suit of diamonds cost so much, and they try to return it. Jim Joe, he's the Johnny Depp professional impersonator. They're like, bonjour, Jim. Oh no. So that's what he looks like. And then he sits down, and he's at like a cafe in France because they're all speaking French. Anyways, it's like a 2-minute movie. And what the producer says, kind of like I want my money back, or baby back, or like quarterback, right? Um, it's like when they were trying to return the diamonds. Here's the part about diamonds. Helicopter rides to and from the studio or whatever. A diamond gym suit. Diamonds are forever. We can't return them. And the hardest hitting punchline I think is here at the end when he says, "I want my money back." I want my money back. Alright. So, just to reiterate, here's the diamond. It's the shell of the mantis, and I got like postpartum depression. And then also this from Fort Drum, Manila Bay, the Philippines, looks like the Millennium Falcon from the 1950s. So I got to put this up, and then I'll dip on the camera. I don't know if I have to. Maybe I don't. So I just moved this green chair to here and used my half a chair as a leg rest, and it's virtually identical to the Schlaang chair. It's just entirely comfortable. So I'll boot the TV up. It takes so long to boot up sometimes. There it goes. And then I'll boot the PlayStation. And I'm going to try to play Battlefield. This college lecture hall projector was only like $5. That's how like inexpensive hardware is. Hang on, is that what it says? Did it say 5? Oh, 25. Still. Originally it was like 2,500. And I can hook any type of HDMI and stuff. This is the brightest light like in the world, really. So, yeah. And so here's like the Schlaang. Like I want to try to record a video somehow like this. You know, it's got armrest, sort of, and everything else. So that's all.